Hello everyone, this is Xenocidel from Team Plasma here, and we are going to be casting game number 2 of Fynath versus Emerald.
Yes.
And start the countdown.
3, 2, 1, play.
Alright, cool. So, we have Emerald as the green Terran spawning in the top side of MLG Metalopolis.
Yes, and we have Fynath, the blue Zerg, in the bottom.
So, yeah.
Yep.
This is a recast, so because obviously we couldn't upload it. It took us like we tried for 3 weeks, but it still wouldn't work. So we were like, screw it. And once I had time, we just recast. We're just gonna recast it. So that's what we're doing right now. So we did see the game already, and I don't think it's. I'm sorry if it spoils it or anything. If we give hints or anything, I don't know. But we're doing it anyways, like it or not. So
yep.
Yeah.
And we can see Fynath did the extractor trick to go up to 11 supply.
And he just cursed.
Great if you. And for some
reason,
reason,
no. That was Emerald. Never mind. Sorry to cut you off.
That's fine. We can see just Fynath did the extractor trick, so we can go up to 11 supply. That's great. Emerald throwing down his first supply depot. And it looks like the Overlord is going to be scouting wrong way.
Close positions by air. We always see this by Zerg. Well, most of the time at least, on like these maps like Metalopolis and Shadow Temple. Because it's very convenient for just an Overlord to go close by air position and see if he's there.
Yep, and we have the spawning pool that I think went down to like 12 supply, like a 12 pool, which is like good because you can put on early aggression, and you can also, if you want to, like transition to more of a defense or economy build.
Right, but we do not see an extractor being built by Fynath. Usually if you see extractor before spawning pool, that probably means some sort of early rush, but we don't see an extractor. So we might see a Roach Warren going down rather quickly, but still no extractor. Waiting on that extractor for Fynath.
Yep, and we can see Fynath's Queen going down. We got the first Marine just starting for Emerald. We got the supply depot coming down soon.
Yep.
And the orbital.
Now, this SCV from Emerald is going to be scouting around in Fynath space. Does not see any extractors being built, and he does see 2 Zerglings out already. So 2 Zerglings out, no extractor. He probably gets the hint that he's not going to be doing any early rush, and he probably will be responding accordingly.
Yes, probably. And we can see that Emerald now has his orbital command up. And we have the Ling just going up to grab the tower real quick to see if there's any scouts. Then he's going to go straight to the Enemy Terran's base. We got the other Ling following the scout from Emerald just to make sure that it gets destroyed.
Right, but I don't think this SCV is going to be getting destroyed anytime soon, as that Ling will go down by those Marines.
Yeah.
Factory being built for Emerald, as well as a reactor on that first barracks. I don't think... No, Fynath did not see this. That was like super close proximity. He did see the reactor, however. I think Fynath may be doing a 1-1-1 build.
Yeah, that seems like a good build to go into, especially against Zerg, because they can pretty much transition into something like Mutas or like Banelings, or even they can go like early Infester, which is what we saw Fynath do in the last game. So yeah, we can see a command center going down for Emerald at the 5-minute mark, so early expand.
Right, and this is one thing that we saw that was a mistake in the last game. Remember, because he expanded way too freaking late, like 10 minutes late in my opinion. So he's actually doing something right. He probably learned from his mistakes and is going to be building that command center right now. Yep.
And we can see that one Ling from Fynath is going to try to go up and see if there's any scouts. He sees that the factory has been switched out, so maybe he suspects some. Maybe he sees that some Hellions are going to go down, or he can see that he might be transitioning to 1-1-1. And he did not scout the gas, so he doesn't know how many gases he has.
Right, but he did see that expansion going down because Emerald did put that in a very, really close to his ramp. So Fynath knows that there's expansion going down. Did not see how close would close it was to finishing. Wow, I can't talk. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, Evo Chamber going down for Fynath. No upgrades from Emerald just yet. And if this is a 1-1-1, we probably would be seeing a starport being constructed right now, but I don't know what he's going to do. Now, let me see. Yep, he's going to be building a second barrack. So this is not a 1-1-1 build. Instead, going to be rather different and adding on a tech lab to that factory.
Yep, and we can see Emerald moving with his Hellions. He's going to burn that creep tumor. And he's going to try to go in and get some damage with, against those Lings with 4 Hellions, which he's not going to be getting like Blue Flame or... Oh wait, yeah, he's not going to be getting Blue Flame or anything like that, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and yeah, we know he's not going to get Blue Flame because he's adding on 2 barracks instead of more factories, and he's also getting Stim Pack for his Marines. Now, it looks like he's going to be getting siege tanks, but he's not getting any siege tech. Oh wait, never mind, just getting that siege tech. So yeah, we might see some siege tanks. That's also a mistake that Emerald did fix from the last game. Remember last game, he just had a bunch of Marines and I think it was Hellions against like mass Ling, which is probably not good considering that those were speedlings. And let me see. Yeah, Fynath does not have speed on these Lings yet, so obviously Emerald is doing a lot of things right in this game.
Yep, and we can see that Fynath has his Evo Chamber down, but he's not researching anything, which is kind of like getting a spawning pool and then not getting any Zerglings. It's like, you should always be researching something if you have an Evo Chamber, unless you're using it for like to transition into something else, like Spore Crawlers or whatever. And we can also see Emerald's Hellions just kind of like randomly moving around right outside of the creep. I think he's kind of scared to move in, not knowing how many Lings or what kind of defenses he has.
Right, and
Research
let me see. He does. Emerald does have a bunker outside his natural. Not much going on in his base, actually. He does have a lot of minerals, but not enough gas, which is kind of a mistake. He should have got that refinery a little earlier, but that's okay. He's also building his first engineering bay. That took a while. And we do see Fynath getting Zergling speed as well as those melee attacks.
Yep, and we can see first 2 siege tanks out from Emerald. So we got siege tech finished, yet they aren't siege, which is controversial.
Yeah.
I mean, so those Hellions, I think they're finally, yeah, the Hellions are finally moving into attack. I think they're going to try to get that Queen, no, instead they just retreat. If you have Hellions like this, you should really attack before he gets something like 3 Spine Crawlers and like literally 2 pages of Zerglings.
Well, that's
because by then it's kind of like limited use.
Right. We do see. Let me see what he has. Oh, we do see an infestation pit going down as well as +1 armor, +1 attack for for the Zerg. So we might see some infestor play going down. Probably, I would like to see some neuroparasite on that siege tank. I don't think he's seen. Yeah, he hasn't seen any tech lab on that factory. The last time he scouted, there was a reactor on that factory. So he's probably still expecting more Hellions. If he doesn't, yeah, he seriously needs to scout more.
And we can see the first army of Marines and siege tanks are just moving out right now. Probably going to go try to do some damage. As tanks might siege up on the high ground by the 3rd. We can see those Hellions and the Zerglings. Okay, the Hellions just getting like completely surrounded and owned. If they have a microed back, they could have destroyed this entire cloud of Zerglings.
Right, and obviously Hellion micro takes a lot of takes a lot of skill, right? And we do see 9 infestors being produced. Are you serious?
Yeah, we can see that Fynath is really like infestor happy. Considering it's 11 minutes of the game, he's getting 9 infestors, just like last game. He got a ridiculous amount. He could also be going like for a fast hive too if he wanted.
Wow, but these siege tanks are actually siege. Wow, that 3rd siege tank is horrible placement. But yeah, they are bombarding away at this Evo chamber. Thankfully, melee attack and armor attack is almost complete. Melee attack is complete now. And yep, that siege tank gonna be sieging up a little more forward. Gonna be, wow, that's a lot of infestors. And we do see Neuroparasite. If he can finish Neuroparasite before this army attacks, he will be in good shape actually. But never mind that. Terran is going to be attacking right now. Fungrowths are pretty good against Marines as well. Going to be running in with those Zerglings to attack those siege tanks. And Marines, wow, just stimming to their death.
Yeah, we can see Fynath basically just entirely cleaning up this attack, and especially with 9 Infestors right now might be like a good time to counterattack, which you can see what he's doing with the Lings on the left side. And back at Fynath's base, he has almost nothing, just a couple siege tanks, like 8 Marines. He is throwing down his 3rd command center, so maybe he can expand if the Lings decide to hold up their attacker and they don't get in there in time. I don't think Emerald has a good chance of coming back in the game right now unless he has really good siege tank placement.
Right, and this siege tank not being siege going to be taken out immediately. And I don't think... Okay, well, Fynath did see that 3rd command center. So,
yes.
And his Spire is done. He's researching Flyer attack level 1. Might do some Muta harass to take down that 3rd, as you always want to take down a person's 3rd in every scenario, in every race. You always want to prevent a person's 3rd, especially on like maps like Shatter Temple or Metalopolis.
Yep. We can see that Fynath has 6 gases, so we could be going just really at this point Mass Infestor with some Lings, or it could be transitioning to like Mutas because we see he has a Spire. Yeah, so basically 6 gases, you can do a lot of stuff with that.
Right, and we do see, actually, let me see. Oh, we do see a Ghost Academy going down by Emerald, so we might see some Ghost versus Infestor play. Would like to see what happens with that, but Fynath, wow, building 30 Zerglings? That's a lot. I think that's a lot of Zerglings. Also hiding that Roach Horn in the back between his 2 extractors at his natural. Very interesting placement. I haven't seen that really before, but yeah, interesting.
We can see that basically at this point Fynath just has like those Infestors, and he has like about 30 Lings, and well, if depending on how Emerald does with his push up here, he could destroy the 3rd and maybe even clutch a win.
I also want to mention that Fynath really hasn't scouted this game. That's always one thing you want to be aware about, is to be aware about what your enemy is doing. I think that makes sense. Yeah, because if you look at his vision, he hasn't seen anything, honestly, except for the fact that he sees siege tanks, and that's all he knows. So yeah, I mean, really want to scout for optimal information.
Yep. And we can see that Fynath does not have like any overseers or anything like that. If he had those, he could really be doing that scouting they're talking about. We see Emerald has his 3rd command center down, but it's not an orbital or planetary, and he doesn't have any SCVs on it.
Yeah, it's just
so right now they're basically on equal basis 2-2, even though Emerald has his 3rd command center.
Right, and a couple medevacs going in. Wait, what is this medevac doing? It's just hanging around at Fynath's 3rd base. Yeah.
Looks like it.
Well, we do see the SCVs finally transferring over to the 3rd, going to be morphing that into a planetary fortress. I'm wondering to see what their APM is. Apparently their APM is around 100 to 200 expected. Yeah, and Fynath does have Corruptors on the field now. Morphing that Spire into a Greater Spire. What are you doing, Fynath?
I sense Brood Lords. Yeah, so if we see those Broodlords coming up, then maybe he could be doing a lot of harass really behind the middle line, especially with all this empty airspace.
Right.
Yeah.
This Overlord from Fynath has been here since like ever, and he hasn't done anything with it. He hasn't really researched any. Yeah, he hasn't researched Overlord speed or Overlord drop. He does have a Hive too, which is why he could get that Greater Spire. We do see a drop by Emerald getting taken out immediately. Shows the importance of scouting. Wow, that medevac going to be taken out by that last fungal growth. Oh, wait. Nope. Nope, the medevac just... Nope.
The medevac survives.
One
infested Terran. There we go.
Wow. Emerald, man. I don't know why he didn't save that last medevac. Probably was like, screw it. But Fynath going to be double expanding now with his 3rd and 4th. Emerald obviously doesn't know about this, and that's why we have to scout. That's honestly all I have to say. Just scout. It helps.
And we can see 4 Broodlords being morphed in right now, and then right now might be a good time to push out, because really as a Zerg, you don't want your enemy, especially if they're Terran or Protoss, to get maxed out.
Which is exactly what we're seeing now.
Counter. Yeah.
We do see cloaking on the Ghost Academy. Do we have any ghosts in here? No, we have two. Okay, we have two ghosts. Where are they? I don't see. Oh, right there. Those two ghosts right there. Wait, they
You know
don't.
what I want to see?
What?
I want to see nukes.
Well,
Nukes.
it's gonna take 120 seconds for the cloak to research, and Emerald's gonna be attacking before that.
And we can see once again. Actually, I kind of like the siege tank placer from Emerald because it kind of blocks off all of the all of the kiting from the enemy on the left side, and at the same time you can take out the fourth. So this time I like the siege tank placer from before. He was really not sieging at all, or sieging in the wrong spot.
Wow. Okay, so Emerald tried to poke in there with those ghosts, trying to do an EMP. He actually EMP'd nothing, so that was kind of fail. He was probably trying to EMP those infestors because, well, they do a lot of damage. However, those infestors do have neuroparasite, so they will be able to neuroparasite. I don't know, the ghosts.
Yeah.
That would be cool. They could neuroparasite ghosts, but more importantly, the siege tanks. And there are a lot of siege tanks now, as well as +2 infantry weapons for the Terran just finishing up now. And we do have Zergling attack speed, as well as +3 attack, as +3 attack on those melee units. Broodlords need to be careful there, as they will be taken out by Marines if he's not careful, but or Vikings. But Corruptor is going to be doing a lot of damage as well. This is really tense.
I think, 2 Vikings versus like 8 Corruptors really won't win no matter what, or 6 Corruptors. And we can see those Broodlords, they really should be doing like more harassing or something like that. We see the ghosts moving in, they have cloak, they get fungal growth, which is
which takes out their cloak. And he didn't hit any of those infestors. 0.
I see these Corruptors like suiciding into the army. He just lost like 2, I wonder why he did that. You got some Marines chasing him up here, just gonna get destroyed by Lings. You got the Broodlords sitting behind in the back. This whole time they could have been taking out the siege tanks from like the top where there isn't any creep or anything. I'm kind of disappointed that he hasn't done anything with them yet.
Why is Emerald not attacking?
That's a good question.
He should either attack or be back in his base. Because if Fynath decided to just attack his base right now, he would be utterly destroyed.
Yes.
So,
And we can see that Fynath has 111 Lings, which is
are you serious?
a lot of Lings.
Holy
yes,
crap.
11 Lings.
100. Wow. That. Why does it? Oh, see, exactly what I was talking about.
Mass Ling army.
Exactly what I was talking about. He's going to be attacking with those Lings.
Kill it.
Oh, the Planetary Fortress. Repair, attack, repair, attack.
Lings. Oh, okay. So Lings are just pretty much gonna get taken out
by that Planetary Fortress.
Yeah, but we can see all the Lings just swarming in the base. They're like everywhere, destroying the barracks, destroying the SCBs, the command center. They're going up against the wall. And we can see hopefully these 2 siege chains can take out most of the Lings trying to come into the main. Well, we see Emerald still
what is Emerald doing? I think he's just given up, and he's just like, screw my base. I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm curious on the APM. He's still doing stuff. He has 300 APM. I don't know what he's doing though. I want to go in his camera view. He's just barely moving in with his army and gonna be taken out by Broodlords and Infestors. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep, and when you see those cloak ghosts basically just getting fungled again.
Siege tank's not gonna siege up, and well, that's GG.
Yeah, I'd say that's it. GG.
Considering you play Zerg, how would you do things differently if you were Terran?
If I was Terran?
If you were Terran, how would you react?
If I was Terran, I was playing against a Zerg, and I knew about Zerg, I would definitely try to attack, and do a lot of harassment, because a lot of the time the Zerg has so many bases, and sometimes their army is spread pretty thin. And also, if I was the Zerg playing the Terran, I'd try to keep harassing also, because what's wrong with harassment? And also, you'd never want the Terran to get maxed, because then they're pretty much more powerful than you. So unless you have the right unit composition or good micro, then you're pretty much just going to lose against them, especially with like 7 siege tanks. If they just siege on the high ground, you're pretty much doomed.
Right. So, Brood Lords against Siege Tanks, good. Zerglings against Siege Tanks, good. So what did Emerald do? Make more Siege Tanks.
Yes. But then he forgot to siege them, so he just failed.
And he only had 0-1 upgrades on those Siege Tanks. I'm going to check the upgrades for every single unit in this game. Not much upgrades, actually, that except for the Zerglings +3. That's just epic. Yeah, that's a lot of Zerglings. That's all I have to say. So Terran, you probably need to know how to counter Zerglings.
Yes.
And it's not Siege Tanks.
Yes.
That's game number 2, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
If you liked it, please like, subscribe.
Or subscribe.
Let us know you care.
We'll get 51 subscribers.
Yes.
51. That's like a new record. Top 5 on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Well, see you guys later.
Yep.